Welcome back to Planet Buzz. I am the Fish, and as promised, we are now joined. It is my pleasure to present to you the drummer of Queensryche, Scott Rockenfield. Scott, how you doing today?
I'm doing really good, thanks.
We were talking a few minutes ago before the camera came on about how it's been like 15 years since you've been in the Baton Rouge area. It was opening up for Def Leppard back in 1988. You remember anything from that? Not that show, but just that tour in general.
You know, I do actually. I believe when we were here, there was a hurricane,
Really?
and I had to. Yeah, we had to be locked in our hotel. I don't think we were able to leave. And if my memory is serving me correctly, I'm pretty sure it was in this town.
Queensryche, been around for 22 years, and you guys have a ton of things going on this year. I mean, you have your reissues coming out from all your old albums. You have a brand new album, Tribe, out, and you yourself have like buku side projects going on. How do you keep it all going, man?
You know, it's it's a good question. It's a juggling act. You know, it really is that. You know, it's just kind of a balance of trying to find. You know, the time that we spend doing Queensryche is obviously a very dedicated, job. Once we get into doing it and we're touring and stuff, it keeps us busy for a while. But, we do have off time when we get done with legs of tours or we're in between album projects. And that's the good time for everybody to kind of, fish out, no pun intended, and go do other things, And I've done, 6 side projects. I just finished scoring a movie last month and, doing a bunch of different things, and the other guys are branching out now and doing other things also. So,
what movie did you score?
It's an independent film that's going to be released, I think, sometime this winter. It's called Hair of the Dog.
Now, you were nominated for a Grammy with one of your side projects. Is that right?
I was actually the first time I scored anything. I scored a computer animated movie back in 1998. It was called Televoid, and I got a Grammy nomination for it.
Did you go to the Grammy Center run?
I did.
You did? Did you party out there?
I did, and that was the first night that Ricky Martin made his big splash. This was.
You were there for that moment.
And I was there when he played that one song, and everybody stood up. And
were you very impressed?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was cool.
But he's gone now. But you guys are still around.
The coolest thing was when I went to the John, and I'm standing there taking care of business, and I turn sideways, and right standing next to me is Eric Clapton.
What the?
Hey man, I know you.
Did he know you?
No.
Big Queensryche fan, Eric Clapton.
No, but I was up for a Grammy, and he wasn't that year, so that was cool.
And so you guys have a new album out. It's called Tribe, and let's talk about that album for a second. Sure. What separates this album from your past albums?
Oh boy. Well, I think it's just one more. Another step in the evolution of Queensryche from record to record. We've always pushed ourselves and changed in different ways and challenged ourselves with different things, instruments or music or a theme idea to work with. And I think Tribe is just another natural evolution of us doing that, where we came up with a theme idea and we started to write music to complement that. And as we started getting further and further into the record, everything kind of started to funnel into this kind of Tribe concept. And it was a cool record to make. We had a lot of fun doing it, and I just think it's another evolution of Queensryche.
Now, you guys have been through, over the years, we've seen several different musical things happen. I mean, back in the 80s when you guys first started, you went through the glam thing, and then in the 90s it was the grunge deal, and then the boy bands and all that. How have you guys survived throughout all the different trends that have gone on in the music since your inception?
Yeah, I think what we've done is just kind of avoided the trends and just created our own by just being ourselves and being Queensryche. And I think our natural evolution from album to album has kind of defined our own trend in a way. And the biggest problem with trends, I think, is if you become one or you try to get into one because it is the trend will be over at some point, because that's what a trend is. It comes and goes. Otherwise, it wouldn't really be a trend. It would be all the time. So, and I think we just try to bypass that, not really purposely, just because we just don't really follow what's really going on. I think we follow more what we want to do, and that's kind of just been our own thing.
And just to wrap things up, let's talk about some of the things you got. All your old albums have been re-released on EMI now, is that right? Or is EMI still around?
Well, they are. I mean, the record company, I think, so to speak, is not, but the administration part of EMI is. Virgin handles our catalog now, which is part of the worldwide EMI, which is still around, obviously. But yeah, they've been really great, man. They continuously are calling us and wanting to know if we'd be interested in redoing some stuff from our catalogs. And the reissues all came out remastered, all sorts of different added bonus songs on them, which we helped put all that together. We have a new one that's going to be coming out here soon that we're going to work on as soon as we get back in November, which is going to be stuff that nobody's ever heard from Queensryche.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Even the diehard fans?
Like the garage tapes or demo songs that never appeared, even on bootlegs or even on the internet, stuff that you've never heard before. So
you guys got a lot going on. You have the new album, the reissues, the rarities thing coming out, and what about you personally? Anything side projects coming out?
Yeah. I mean, I got a couple things in motion. I got some stuff that I'm working on coming up at in November. A couple projects with some other people that I got. I got this right here, which I can give my own plug. It's rockinwraps.com, which is, if you can see here, it's custom drum finishing. So that whole company is launching in November.
You're a busy guy.
I try to be, and I got 3 kids, so that keeps me busy.
How old are your kids?
3, 7, and 12.
Do they rock out to Queensryche?
They do, man. They're both my boys. My 3-year-old boy and my 12-year-old boy are actually both playing drums now. And
they're sort of not into like the boy band, like Justin Timberlake and stuff like that.
Now they're more into, the hard stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, like our stuff.
Cool. All right, so do you have a website?
I do. Rockenfieldmusic.com. We have Queensryche.com, and I got rockinwraps.com. I have another band that I do called Slave to the System, which is .net. And, God, I'm not leave any out.
I don't know. He keeps himself busy. So any final words to Baton Rouge?
Thanks for having us back. Sorry it took so long to come back again, but it's going to be a really fun show tonight. Or if you see this after tonight, thanks for coming to the show. And it's all good, man. It's all good.
Well, thank you very much for coming to the show.
Yeah, thanks.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, bud.
Thank you very much.